This video is brought to you by Practical Music Theory for the Rock Guitarist, my new book, which is a comprehensive guide to all aspects of music theory necessary for playing rock guitar. From blues to the cycle of fifths, from understanding and using modes to choosing the right notes for a melodic solo, from pentatonic scales to chord construction and keys. It's all covered in a clear and concise manner. With accompanying video demonstrations, jam tracks and tabs, you'll learn to use the knowledge you gain in accessible ways that make sense for less than the cost of a few guitar lessons. Check out the link in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. It's a little bit of a behind the scenes kind of video today. I've done a few of these in the past and they always seem to be, well received. So I thought I'd do another one. Basically what I thought I'd show you today is, what goes on in here every day. The sort of typical shape of the day for a small-time YouTuber and provincial guitar teacher like me. Basically, a day in the life of John Robson. Here's how it goes. I get up at what many people possibly would regard as a horrendously early hour, about 5:30 a.m, and then after the usual shower and shave and all that sort of stuff, it's downstairs for a spot of breakfast, and then I'll probably take the dog for a walk and be at my desk where I'm sat now by about 7:30. And then it's time to start doing some tabbing, and this is what you can see me doing here. And when it's finished, the tab might look a little bit like this. And then by the time I've finished doing the tab, it's time to start creating some YouTube content like this. I'm usually sat at my desk, blethering away into the webcam and maybe doing a little bit of recording. Here you can see me doing one of the Monday solo analysis videos, and then edit it all together and do all the necessary, kind of write the description, do the thumbnail, all that kind of stuff, and get it uploaded to YouTube. It usually takes me till maybe about 11 a.m, and then it's time to start doing some lessons. Many of the lessons that I do are via Zoom, like this chap here. He's called Darren. I think you've seen him on the channel once before. And he lives just a little bit too far away to come for an in-person lesson. And so does this chap called Steve, who lives in Seattle. So that is too far away for an in-person lesson. But some people do come for lessons in this very room here, like this chap, also called Steve, who turns up each week for a lesson. And this chap called Steve, again, who turns up every week for a lesson. Each lesson is 40 to 60 minutes long or thereabouts, so between 11 a.m. and about 3 p.m, that's what I'm up to. I've usually had a bite to eat along the way, a sandwich at my desk or something like that. So it gets to 3 p.m. and it's time once again to take the dog out for a walk. You can see we've got a field out the back of us, and he likes to have a wander around there and, dig holes and stuff. And then get back from that, and I've got a couple of hours before the evening rush when people are finishing work and coming for evening time lessons. And it's then time to do a little bit more tabbing, maybe a little bit more video editing, that kind of thing. And then back into the lessons again, usually about 5 or 6 p.m. And more lessons on Zoom, more lessons in person. This chap, he wished to remain anonymous, so I'm respecting those wishes. So it gets to about 8 p.m. or thereabouts, and I've been at it since about 7:30 on the morning, but that is the end of my working day, barring dealing with a few emails on my phone as I'm sat watching TV shows like these. This is typically the kind of thing that's our regular evening viewing, me and the missus, and I'm usually accompanying that with a well-earned little reward, 2 or 3 of these before I go to bed, or we go to bed at about 10:30. Jackie often kind of heads up a little bit earlier, but I'll sit and watch the end of whatever I'm watching and finish my pint. And off to bed about 10:30, set the alarm, and the next day it starts all over again. And that is pretty much 6 days a week. The seventh day, which for me is a Friday, Jackie's out on the market, selling the jewellery that she makes, and we can't leave Dougal on his own downstairs, so I have to be down there. So I get the laptop downstairs while I'm dog sitting, and that's when I'm usually working on admin, doing my weekly accounts. Maybe I've got another book in the works as well, like the previous one that was pretty well received. I'm going to be looking at blues guitar playing this time in this book. But anyway, that's the sort of thing I do on a Friday, and then come up here at 5 p.m. and have a beer with all of the usual community, the crowd that makes up the Friday live stream, which is, as I always say, a fantastic way to kick off the weekend. Great community that's been built up around that little Friday thing there that we do. We drink beer and talk about music and stuff. Well, you're probably there every Friday yourself, but if you're not, it's a fantastic way to kick off the weekend, as I said, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But that's the video for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, this little glimpse behind the veil. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like while you're at it? As I said, live stream Friday, 5 p.m. UK time every week. I'd love to see you there. But for now, that's all I've got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.